Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today, as you can tell from the title, it's going to be a fragrance battle, and that is between the Valentino Donna Intense versus the original. I'm super excited for this video because this is one of my favorite fragrances out at the moment. But before I get into this video, don't forget to like this video as well as give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance, which one you prefer, which one you don't prefer. Let's have a conversation going. But I'm really excited to film this video. All the information where you can purchase and things like that will be in the description box down below, so definitely make sure to check that out. So I'm going to start off with the original, so that's Valentino Donna Born in Roma, because it just makes sense to start out with the fragrance that came out first, and then I'll do the Intense after. So really quickly, this came out in 2019 and it's considered an edgy yet feminine modern floriental fragrance. The top notes are bergamot essence and blackcurrant. The middle notes are sambac jasmine, jasmine grandiflorum, girl, and jasmine tea. And the base notes are bourbon, vanilla, cashmere, and guaiac wood. So this fragrance, I'm gonna let you know now, this is one of my favorite fragrances. Should I say of all time? Let me say in this season. In the last 6 months, this has been my go-to fragrance. I pretty much wear it all the time. I absolutely love it. I think it's such a beautiful and pretty scent. To me, this is the perfect fruity vanilla scent. The opening is very sweet and very floral. I feel like edgy feminine is definitely the best way to describe it, because that's exactly what this fragrance gives me. That's the energy that it gives me. I feel super confident when I'm wearing this fragrance. It's definitely a crowd pleaser too. I get so many great compliments when I'm wearing this scent. I would also say this is a very safe scent. I don't think it's something that is overly offensive. Like I said, I do get really great compliments when I wear this scent. I wear it quite a bit when I go into the office, and I do get fragrances. I get compliments asking me like what I'm wearing, and it most of the time is Born in Roma. Like I said, the sweetness, the spiciness, the vanilla, it's just such a beautiful fragrance. I would say what it's most similar to would probably be Giorgio Armani C or Black Opium. They don't smell like those fragrances, but in terms of like, if I was to put this fragrance into like a family category, I would say this would go into that category. On the other hand, I don't think it's a very unique scent. I don't think it's something like, because again, it's gaining lots and lots of popularity. Like, a lot of people know about this fragrance, that 9 times out of 10 somebody knows what you're wearing. So it's not something that makes you stand outside the crowd, because it's very much a crowd pleaser. Most people do love it, most people know about it, and it's a very common scent. And then on to Intense. So this came out in 2023, so this year, so a relatively new fragrance. I just did a full review, so definitely make sure to check that out. But I would say this is definitely more vanilla. So unlike the original, I feel like this is a floral vanilla with some fruity notes in it, whereas this is like a box standard vanilla. It's creamy, it's warm, it gives me brown sugar. I would say it's definitely not as sweet as the original. I feel like it's definitely very warm and creamy. It's almost like a day and night fragrance, like as in this, I'll wear this during the day and I'll wear this during at night. It's very warm, very creamy. I would say the dry down is definitely more coconutty, definitely more synthetic. I definitely smell lots of lipstick, very lipsticky, which I don't particularly love. Whereas with the original, I just get lots of sweetness, lots of floral. And overall, the original, I definitely would say, is not as rich as the Intense. Would I say this is an Intense version of the original? Definitely not. They honestly feel like completely two different fragrances. If I smelled these and didn't know like what the brand was or what the name of the product was, I would not know that this is an Intense version of the original. I honestly wouldn't. I think this is very much heavy on the vanilla. Like, I cannot stress that enough. I haven't watched other reviews on it, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this, because for me this is heavy on the vanilla. It's supposed to have, I believe, benzoin in it, but I don't get that woodsy, musky, earthy vibe to it at all. If I do, it's very, very, very minimal in comparison to like what the notes explain the fragrance to be. And whilst the original is considered a floral fragrance, I would 100% agree on that. This one, a bit questionable. To me, it doesn't smell very floral at all. It's very much one-dimensional, very much like very flat. I feel like the original kind of takes me on a journey and smells different at different points. The opening smells different from the dry down. Once you've been wearing it for an hour or two, it changes, and then when you've been wearing it for like a good few hours, it changes again. Whereas this, I think, is very flat. I don't really get the different changes in the scent. However, if you like a benzoin vanilla scent that's rich, that's warm, that's slightly woody with lots and lots of vanilla, then you would most likely love this scent. If you prefer sweet, floral, fruity, and kind of tea notes, then you would definitely prefer the original. Personally, I prefer the original. I think it's pretty obvious. I definitely prefer the original. In terms of longevity, I would personally say the original lasts longer than the intense. Usually intense versions of a fragrance last a little bit longer because they're deeper, they're richer, but I think because it's so heavy on the vanilla, and like I've said before, vanilla doesn't necessarily last long on me personally. I don't think this lasts as long as the original. If I had to pick one, I'd definitely go for the original over the intense. The intense is just as pretty. Honestly, I should probably try and pair it together and see how I like it. But let me know your thoughts on these. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think is worth your coins if you only had to pick one? All day, this is my girl. But do you know what? This isn't a bad fragrance. I think it's something that I still need to kind of get used to. I sprayed it. It's that lipstick. That lipstick just doesn't, I don't like it when fragrance turn very lipsticky, like when you buy a brand new lipstick and it has that really strong synthetic smell. Like that's what I get from this, and I think that's what's making me not fall in love with it. But I definitely think it is a pretty scent. Would I repurchase it? I possibly would, but I would, that's if the original was like discontinued, and Valentino cannot do that. They cannot discontinue this fragrance, because I will restock on this and buy like way too many if they ever discontinued this. But I would say they're definitely more cousins, second cousins, maybe even third cousins twice removed. Because they're definitely not sisters. They don't smell anything alike. This is not an intense version of this, if you're thinking so. In my opinion, it's not. But overall, they are both really pretty fragrances. They're both very sweet, very vanilla-y. Just one is more richer, deeper and warm, and one is more floral, light and great for daytime. So it's definitely up to you and what your preference is. But I'm going to end this video here. Let me know in the description box. Girl, I can't talk. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on these fragrances. I've been a fan of Valentino scents for a minute now, so it's exciting to see new fragrances come out, and hopefully they come out with more, because I will be there at Sephora purchasing it. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.